You have some problems up there, Paul. Up or down, I don't know. This is your plan.
I want that radio.
This is Negotiator Khan. We have a second chopper incoming in 30 minutes. If you can't control them, bring risk factors to the roof. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That is understood. Understood.
This is Red Moon roleplaying.
Yes, it was a scream from down there. For sure. Francis, you heard it. Was that Alice?
I will do my best to start heading down into the area. Slowly, of course. I'm not going to charge into a situation where I don't know what's going on. But I will at this point call out to Paul, assuming he's stopped speaking to his little army, and just say, Richards, you might want to get in there.
I make my way down. With anyone who comes along. I'm sure a lot of people will just be happy to get down off the roof. Especially just having heard that part of the plan has already succeeded. But I do see that some people are coming with me. And I nod towards Francis. And trying to make my way past. Come on, this way.
You start climbing down the scaffolding, level by level. The whole thing is shaking, definitely not built to have this many people on it. But the rest of the rioters are taking it easy. Lamprey, only like 2 levels above you, starts handling the situation in his own inimitable way. Crashers, your father, better take it easy here. Oh, 2 at a time, sir. Yes, right this way. Do we have a ticket, sir? Yes. 1 more. No. Stop there. We are right up full. No, I will have to. No service for you. Crash house, your father. You stop right there. Yeah. About 15, 20 of you are making your way quite quickly down stairwell after stairwell. You're soon down on the ground level. In the radio, you hear a renewed bout of screaming as some prisoners make a sally out of the out from B ward towards the radial. They're too busy to see what's going on in here.
I shout out to some people that seems like they have been growing idle, feeling that the thing is more or less over. I say, hey, you there! Make sure those people in there know as well that we've been heard.
Yeah, we'll spread the message. Yes, we'll spread it. Oi! One of them makes their way towards the bars leading towards the radial and starts screaming at the rioting prisoners on the other side, trying to communicate. The stairwell down to the isolation unit is dark, as the lights down there seem to go out.
As we head downwards, I'm sticking close to Paul, and I'm trying to see if anywhere I can see some sort of weapon, something sharp, like a pipe or wood or something. There must be something in all this debris.
There, in the... yeah... on one of the landings from the construction. Yeah, there. It's a part of the scaffolding. One of the sidebars. About 3 inches thick. Unwieldy long, almost 2.5 meters long. But it's something.
I reach out to try and grab it.
Yeah, you have it. It feels cold and somehow safer. I don't know, it's ridiculous.
It's better safe than sorry, isn't it? And I'll just continue moving after Paul. This is really not an ideal situation.
Paul and the huddled group of prisoners, Bodanov, Lamprey, a few others, are down here. More are coming up behind. You're gathered just on the landing, down where the corridors of the separate housing unit spread out. The layout of the place is like a square of corridors. Somewhere from the far corner, the sound comes. Broken glass. Screams. No, not screams. Something else. Metal grating. Someone is fighting.
I look over to Bodanov, who I threw the bag to, and I ask him, any more toys in that bag?
No, just ballast. It was just for the thing. I guess they don't... No, I would not either.
Alright, I think we might have someone on our side down there. But the other one, We're gonna need to pin them down, get them out of there. Saint Leopold, rejoice.
Everyone, when we fight, stay away from anything that looks sharp. Stay away from the face. Don't try to grab the neck. Go for the legs, okay? Go for legs, go for arms. Go for legs, go for arms. You got it?
As this is all happening, I just quickly move up very close to Paul and just mutter in his ear. Richards, you seem to have forgotten something. Holding it down isn't going to be good enough. You need to... the heart. Someone needs to stab it in the heart.
I nod towards you and I hold up the crucifix.
That I do. Sure. Wonderful. Okay.
Now, we've done that. I don't know what the rest of the prisoners are gonna think. But then again, if they see what I saw on that tape, it might be that they accept that I go ahead and stab something through the heart.
Someone is calling Morse on the hostage radio.
I pick it up to listen as we're moving down the corridor, getting closer to the sound of the crashing glass and other noise.
Lower the volume and keep this to your ear, is the first thing that is said.
I do turn down the volume and then I hold up the radio to listen.
Listen carefully. We've not been able to get much intelligence. The thing down there, we don't know what it is. Do you have any intelligence on its capabilities?
We know that it's been manipulating guards in the prison, being able to walk without anyone stopping it during the nights and feed off the prisoners. It seems to be drawn towards people using spice. It's got a terrifying face, hardly looks human.
Old friend, you can do this. Just get it to the roof. Just get it to the roof.
Roger that.
As far as Kitwara can ascertain, there have been reports inside this prison. Before. Once in the 90s. Once in the 1940s. The earliest one seems to be 1877. Around the botched hanging of one prisoner. It's the closest we can get.
It seems like they're running some sort of business here. I look over at Ward. Not sure if they're draining it of blood and then continuously keeping it fed, then exporting the blood to somewhere. The idea is that Madeline and her people are going to track exactly where.
This can wait. For now, destroy it. Get it out there.
Those are two different orders, I say, and I can hear that we're very close now.
We have no clear identification. We don't know who it is, what it is. If you can't destroy it, get it up on the roof. The third chopper you're hearing about now, Sergeant Shepard is in that one.
First priority is to destroy it. Is that right?
Yes. Do it down there, get up here, and Shepard will line up the shot.
Understood.
The radio goes silent. But outside in the yard, the chaos is absolute. The door slams behind you as you race through the administration wing, Bukur. 2 doors away, you see the warden coming out with a phone lodged on his shoulder, and while he's trying to give instructions to his crew. No. 4 circuits, 6 circuits, 8 circuits. Okay? Got that. Now go! Yes. No, the situation is quite under control. The fires are out in the West Wing as we speak. Yes. How is encirclement? Good. Excellent. This should be done within the hour. Dr. Bukur, you're safe. Yeah, one moment. You're safe.
Yes. And then I push him into the room where the controls are.
Yeah, he goes back. I was just... You insistently pushing back into the control room. There's a bank of computers and television sets on one side, making the room appear in a bluish glow. You're alone in here.
Yes. The phone call I was making while I was running, it was just an answering machine. I have no idea if they heard me. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I have to deal with this myself. So I tell the warden that we have to let the transport leave. It can't be stuck here. It's not safe.
Yeah, wait 1 second. He hangs up the other apparently very important phone call and just locks you with his case. What do you mean? Are they stuck in there? Yes, of course, fuck, they're stuck in there.
They're stuck. You have to let them out.
Oh, what will they say? Fuck. What, have they said anything?
That there are no prisoners out there right now. There's the security personnel, and if you just open the gates quickly, the car will be able to leave and you'll be able to close the gates again.
Yeah, but... All right. He moves up towards the controls and reaches for his phone at the same time. Punches in a sequence in one of the computers, flips a switch, and then, yes, there will be a motorcade of 4 cars emerging from the prison. They are, they are civilians who got caught in the crossfire. Please let them through through the cordon. Please let them through the cordon. Yes. Good. Yes, now. A klaxon blares out from the yard as the door starts opening. The warden runs past you. See to it that they make it out, okay?
Yes.
They will have my head for this. Make sure that they make it out, okay?
Of course.
Now go! He runs out in the corridor and starts running in another direction. Two screws follow him.
So I'm alone in the room with all the controls.
Yeah, there's screws running by in the corridor outside.
Well, first I must send my signal to the people who are following the van because it's leaving now.
Yeah, you take out your phone and send the message.
Yes.
The blaring of the klaxons die down. The gate must be open now.
Can I do anything to help the others get into the closed-off wing, or is it open already?
You gaze up at the cameras. And you see it. The upper rightmost monitor displays a group of prisoners at a stairwell going down. The one below it, all dark. The next one, all dark. Only a little spark as Budanov lights his lighter.
Have I no access to controls of the lights in the corridors where my friends are obviously trying to run through?
On the yard, the engines start. Inside the matte black refrigerated armored car, something is angry. As the car moves out through the gate, it shakes violently backwards and forwards. As the man responsible for the administrative handling of this little task is taken to task, becoming yet more blood inside the van. The screams are unheard as the car rolls out into the darkening night. Budanov's lighter flares on. You can see shadows, reflections on the wall. The sound is loud now. You're coming up on the corner. It should be the second door to the right past the corner.
As I see the light going up a bit, I just look up. Are there no other lights here or anything that could be turned on?
And an emergency light turns on. It looks like it's reflected from another part of the corridor. But some lights. Enough to see the door.
It's good enough. We'll take it. As we get closer, I slow down a little, but not much. Still moving decisively. We gotta get in there and get this done. Alice?
It's so fucking old. It's so fucking strong.
Amazing.
For each gulp that you take of its deep, rich, fat blood, it takes 3. You might be hungry. You might be young. But this thing has fed and vomited blood into bags and fed again. Year after year after year. You take 3 hunger.
Shit.
How hungry are you now?
4.
It is sucking you dry, but you're sucking right back. The rich blood forces its way into your veins and becomes satiating. You regain 2 hunger.
I cradle him.
It could go on for a long time, what feels like hours.
I cradle him like he is my child, or I am his. I'm not even sure anymore. I just know that I need to keep on going. I need to take it all. I need to get him off me. I need to make him stop sucking. I'm gonna try to fend him off so I can finish this.
As you lie there, in your mother's embrace, you can see him sucking your arm. Time is weird. Has this happened, or will it happen? Is it in the moment or elsewhere? His face changes in front of you, rippling. First you think it's an hallucination, but you think it might actually be happening. His mom, he's Geordie Tugwell. Yes. He's another prisoner, the dead one. And he's Geordie Tugwell, the one you drank from so deeply. And you see it, like you were there, again. You see that night in front of you. Linked through streams of blood, you can almost hear its voice. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for making me feel alive again after a century. How? Observe. You entered my prison. You were hungry. I drank of his herd, of the prince's herd, yes, and you drank deeply from this one, Georgie Tug, 37, convicted for smuggling and keeping of cocaine in his apartment. Here, he did not take well to prison. Smoking spice every day, going deeper and deeper into depression and self-hatred. He called out to you with his melancholic blood, and you were there to sup on it, deeply, respectlessly. Not as work, not as duty, as for me, but just for your own fucking pleasure. And you almost took it all. And there I come, on my round, just after you. I do what I always do. I sneak into the pre-designated cell with the flavor that is required of me to absorb and vomit out for them. For the grand circulation. There I am, just doing my job, and here is Geordie. I bite down, and I feed as I always feed. Quite carefully. I have not killed anyone since 1989, I believe, or was it 94? But I killed this one because you paved the way, Alice. I killed it. I haven't drunken anyone dry ever before.
And you know what? I felt alive. I felt warm. I looked in the mirror and my face was unmarred. You taught me what it means to be kindred again. We are killers. Thank you, Gabrielle. Thank you. And now I will learn what it's like to kill your own kind. You barely have control of your limbs. He's got you so hard. The blood that is his is as much in you now as the blood that is yours is in him. You're one.
It needs to stop.
You're both on your side, lying cradled into each other, face to face. He biting down on your right biceps, you biting down on his neck.
Then I will try to release my grip and get him off me so I can bite again, but without him biting me.
Try to push him off with a violent heave. Yes, give me that sweet brawl plus strength.
Yes. I don't have 2 extra now anymore, right?
It is for the scene.
Oh. 6 with a crit, but not on hunger dices.
He fights like a violent tornado against you. He gets 5, but it's enough for you to just push him away, just spitting his blood all over the place, shoving him away. And at that exact moment, as you push yourself backward, your back slams up against the wall just next to the door. And there, Richards, the prisoners, they're here. Richards, you see her being launched from the intimate wrestling blood feast going on that's like a spiral in the middle of the room, being thrown away up against the wall.
I think I just roar, "No!" and tries to just go back in. But the roar is like a roar of sadness and anger that it got away from me, this marvelous blood.
That one, get him! And I try to get in with the other prisoners, get them to pin him down and trying to create an opening so I can, as I flick the blade open, pierce this through that one's heart.
You flick the blade open and launch yourself into the room and cut into dark and shadows and dark. The other prisoners come in, look confused. One of them goes up to Gabrielle. Fuck. You can't see it anymore. Suddenly, it's silent in here. It's as if all of the prisoners understand that something is not right.
I have simply taken a step back, letting all the others run forwards into this enclosed area with a possible dangerous individual.
I'm looking around, having just issued their command, and then there's nothing there. Do I see Rudy there as well?
Yes, Rudy, on the floor. He's moving a little. You see one of his legs is slowly dragging itself over the concrete. The light is so low that you can only see shapes of his muscles.
I shout, "No!" again, and then I just throws myself on that spot where he was. And he is inside of me. I can feel his blood course through my veins. I will find him and I will take that last blood from him. I will fucking know. And I just froze myself.
Throw yourself into the darkness, crashing past glass tubes, some filthy rags on the floor. But no! It's just the wall on the other side. He's gone! He's fucking gone! Francis, you're outside the door. There's prisoners blocking the entire door in, and in like 2-3 rows into the cell. The cell is larger than a normal one, but not by far. No more than 20 times 20 feet, maybe.
I go over and I kneel down next to Rudy as I see Alice flinging herself. I say in a very low voice to him, "Where is he? Can you smell him? Can you sense him?"
Rudy looks up at you. His eyes are full of blood. He looks around. "Shh. Listen," he whispers.
I stand still as I can, almost holding my breath.
The rest of the prisoners are also completely still, just freezing in place. It can't have gone out through the door because it's fucking totally blocked by people.
Does it climb? Could it be in the ceiling?
I start to feel around the room after it. Frantic.
Sort of frantically whip around after it, hoping against hope that you run into it, trying to smell it, that last feeling. It can't be gone.
No. Fuck. No.
I merely wait outside, looking confused at the sudden silence. What's going on? I thought that thing was in there.
Everybody shut up!
Why is she talking? And I try to listen.
Shut up. Where are you? I can feel you. I can feel you. Come out. Come out, you fucker. I'm gonna suck you dry.
Gabrielle, awareness.
Awareness and wits?
Yes. But with a bonus of 3 dice, because that is the blood of him that you have in you.
8 successes.
There! You see one of the prisoners being shoved aside slightly. And there it is. A concentration in the darkness. It is your heart. It's there. Right there.
I go for it. Not caring about the others. I'm just gonna have it.
You're ripping straight through 2 of the prisoners. You're on it. Yeah, give me that brawling and the melee. It's trying to jump away as quickly as it can. Suddenly, something is there. Something dark, screaming and full of stench. One of the prisoners is ripped to the side. There's blood, but you are on him.
4.
You grab hold onto 2 handfuls of rotting clothes, but it's ripped away from you. You see him. He's a bit too fast, rolling. You get one of his legs. Yes, he's on the ground trying to crawl, but you have one of his fucking horrible feet in your hands. His toenails like claws. He kicks and screams at you. 2 other prisoners lie bleeding on the ground next to him, just clawed down by his desperate attempt to escape. You don't know if you have him, but at least you've halted him.
I will try to drag him closer, just to sink my teeth in him, wherever I can do it.
Francis, you see the sprawled creature. There's prisoners jumping out of the way as the rotting, screaming beast comes clawing over the floor. You, Richard, you see it as well. It's right there. But everybody is like frozen in panic.
That's the thing. That's what's been killing your friends. That's been killing us. Pin it down.
You're on it. Leading by example. You sure as fuck hope the rest follows into that nest of dry skin and lethal whirlstorms of claws. A leadership plus wit for speed.
All right. I feel like I've got them now. They're with me. But I'm still going to re-roll 2 dice, because I have 3 successes. No, not more than 3 successes.
Yeah. 3 of them are already running away, shouting like crazy. But that leaves at least 5, 6 of them. They just pile on top of the thing, trying to hold it down, tearing. Somebody has a piece of glass, someone else a shiv, the third one a piece of piping. They go up, down, chopping hard. The thing wriggles, wrestles. You're on it too. You think you can angle for a bite while they're holding it down.
Yes. I do that.
First, the prisoners. I will roll for their attack. They are holding him hard and cutting away at him, making deep gorges in the flesh.
This is my kill. Then I bite down. With triumph. This is my kill.
His eyes go wide with panic as you lock onto the inner side of his thigh and go deep.
Oh, yes.
Greeted by light filling your mouth. Light and darkness swirling.
This is it.
And you're there. You're standing there. It's a breezy day. Sun is beaming down on your face. For the last time. The noose goes around your neck, snugly. The guard pulls the noose. There's no one watching. It's a prison execution. Only a few bored lawyers. 2 guards and a cleaner who can't even be bothered to look up. And then you drop. It should stop there, but it doesn't. You hang, dying hard, as they say, for 10 terrible minutes before being cut down. The jailer's job not done. The next night you hang again, but no noose can kill you that time. Slowly the thing stops moving. It thrashes about violently one last time. You see Budanov going down with scratches of claw marks all over its face. 4 dead prisoners on the floor bleeding out. As the thing slowly moves. You're down towards the last sips.
Oh, yes.
There's something down there. Something much deeper than the memories of a lifetime. Much deeper than the powers of the blood. Something original is there.
It's mine.
Richards. You see her. She's drinking deep.
Mine.
You have it. You think you have it. You have it under control. But she just keeps on drinking, gulping. As fucking disgusting as the beast itself.
I feel a pang of nausea just seeing this, even in the dark, where I hardly see her and her blood-smeared face. Just hear that disgusting sound of her going at it, even when it seems like he's almost stopped moving. I tried at some point to shove that crucifix straight into him. I'm not sure where it ended up. We need to get it to the roof, I think, so they can line up the shot. Incendiary rounds, that's what we know. That's how they die, isn't it? Except the landlord. However that happened. That's enough, Ellis. We need to get into the roof. We need to get him out of here.
I'm not stopping. It's like I don't even hear you. I'm gonna take the last drop of this disgusting body. I don't hear you.
And there it wells up.
Yes.
She won't move. She won't move. One last chance, Richard.
Alice, I say, I kick at you, not with full force, but as a nudge, with some power behind it.
She doesn't notice she's too deep in it. And you don't know if it's the panic that makes you hallucinate, or if it is that one last burst of that gift you had. But you can see black veins in the darkness. Black veins around her.
Yes.
Has something dead changes shape and enters you. You are it. It is you.
Oh, so good.
It's gonna fucking kill her. It's gonna kill her.
You immediately lose 1 point of humanity right there. And I would like you to roll your humanity plus your blood potency of 0 against the blood potency of the thing you are drinking.
4. Should I use willpower and reroll 2?
You should.
5.
You stand on the yard outside where the gates are just closing behind the motorcade. Madeleine, the prison slowly seems to be regaining order. There's groups of screws coming out of the prison, removing their riot gear, hugging each other. One vomits. 3 of them excitedly talk to each other, slapping each other's back. B-Wing is locked down! One of them screams like they won a football game. 2 of them rush him and hug him. Somebody whistles. I feel lost out there, standing in the middle of the commotion. Your phone rings. It's Newberg.
Yes, hello, Madeleine. Here.
The convoy made it through the cordon. Thanks for your quick acting. We have a trace on them. The increased helicopter traffic in the air means that we could have visual on them up to the turnpike, and we have 2 cars picking up after that. They're heading south, maybe towards London. Will you be able to fact share on your findings in this one? From your organization, I mean.
Yes, of course.
None of the personnel compromised on your end?
We'll have to gather some intel when the riot has fully died down, but it doesn't look like anyone has been compromised now.
Good. The question now is he gonna keep them in there? Well, I look forward to your after-action report. I'm glad our organizations can liaise in this fashion. I hope you picked up something valuable along the way as well.
Yes, I'm sure we did. I'll see you soon out there.
Yes. Well done. Bye.
I hang up the phone. Satisfied.
The patch of dead blood around the two intertwined bodies grows ever larger. The prisoners are either outside or huddled in corners of the cell, holding each other, babbling senseless, mad words.
Crash your father. What the fuck was going to crash out your father?
That gurgling, slurping sound continues. Alice is still at it. She won't budge. Richard shake her shoulders, trying to get her off, but she's not there. Where are you?
I'm in the hospital 10 years ago. The doctor had just told me that Michael is dead. That they couldn't bring him back to life. That he was determined to end his own, and I thought that I'm dying too now. It's such a clear thought that now my life is also over. But it's so weird because I still stand here. I still look at this doctor that just told me that the reason that I've been alive is not coming back, and that I'm alone. And since then I thought that I also died that day. That I was just a sack of bones and meat that walked around and tried to look alive. I threw myself into work. Work was my life. That was my purpose. That was what I was, because what was I else? Nothing. Just empty. I tried to fill it with booze, with sex, so many men, that I just threw myself at to feel anything, to feel something, to feel like I had a reason to go on. And then they came. Richard, Francis, infuriating. I wanted to rip them apart so many times, and yet suddenly they were what filled me with purpose, what filled me with life, what filled me with a feeling that maybe I didn't die that day. Maybe I had a reason to still go on. But now, for the first time since Michael left me, I feel like I am here. This experience of this blood that is coursing through my veins and making everything feel so fucking right, and I feel alive. And at that moment I realized that yes, this second you are alive, Gabrielle Ellis, but you might die now for real. You might be exactly what you felt like for 10 years. This sack of bones walking around, being dead, and this blood will take you over. And for the first time in 10 years I actually care about myself, about not being taken over. So I fight. Because fuck, it's good to be alive.
You fight against the thing. It's enough. It's enough to live for a few moments. But then in that sweetness, in that rush of power, there's something else. You're in control, yes, but something inside you screams that if you don't stop now, you will die. Your heart flutters. You feel the smell of the air around you, the sweat of your friends, their pain. The darkness brings power, but it brings death. Again, you stand there, on the gallows, noose around you. But this time there is no executioner, just a drop. There, beneath a black, whirling, endless moonlit sea. Above you, the sun, and you in the middle.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the 3rd season of the chronicle No Man is an Island for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Our storyteller was Martin Ericsson, and we were also joined by Anna-Karin Linder and Freja Gyldenstrøm. The music was created by Lola Zaza, and the sound effects are from the fine folks at freesound.org, zapsplat.com, and Syrinscape. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon: Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, Simon Cooper, David, Julia, Camilla, Ludwig Manford, Bob Lange, Julián, Cameron, Xabier, Daniel, and Antxon for their generous support. And we would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult of Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as play Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. And remember, death is not the end.